Hi, I'm Tiana.
I am Landon Lou Hopper. Call me Mr. Lou if you want.
And we're going to be talking about our parents' jobs. Landon's going to go first.
Okay, so I asked my mother what is her current job title and position. It is a salesperson at Sheets.
That
Oh,
sounds so
boy.
fun.
It isn't. And she has worked 15 years there.
So I was
I
like
feel
3
bad.
years old whenever she was working there.
Yeah, don't worry, I feel bad.
She's traumatized.
A little bit. What about you?
My stepdad works at Leading Technologies, and he works in wastewater treatment, and he's been doing it for 20 plus years because he's a geezer.
Makes a lot of sense.
What, that he's a geezer?
Depends on how you take it. So I asked her what are her work responsibilities, and that would be cleaning, customer service, and making food, which I don't know how that goes into salesperson, but hey, do what you need to do, I guess.
I mean, she has to make food for you, I'd expect.
We don't talk about that. Anyways.
She lets you starve.
No, don't worry. For the podcast here, she actually feeds me. Don't worry.
That's a lie.
Hey.
That, for entertainment purposes, that was a joke.
Oh,
For-
yes, obviously.
Obviously. I asked my stepdad what his work responsibilities were, and he said to make sure that all the water goes out of the building is taken care of, and to make sure that all the water samples are taken care of, and make sure that everything we use is not wasted. So basically, he makes sure that the water that you drink isn't full of toxic chemicals.
Very good.
Very.
Yes, so I also asked my mother, is there somebody responsible for advertising, marketing, promotion, or social media at the organization you work at? She just said yes, so I'm going to take a lucky bet and say that's her. She just didn't want to reveal it.
My stepdad said yes, but if you go on the website for leadingtechnologies.com, you will see that website has not been updated since the early 2000s, and it shows.
That is very concerning, and I
should probably take care of it.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
What do you like best about your job or career? Her paycheck. I agree.
Paychecks are lovely,
Yes,
I would say.
Very demure.
And I asked my stepdad what he liked best about his job or career, and he said that he works alone and that he's responsible for all the water that goes out of the building. And he likes it because, I'm not supposed to be saying this, but all he does is he sits there and watches TV and eats food. And that basically, unless something goes wrong, he really doesn't have to do anything, which I think is just code word for I can be lazy and get paid for it.
Very good job. I would take that. Within like 2 seconds, I would actually want to have that as a job. That'd be nice.
Real.
So, what does my mother like least about her job or career? The people. I'm very concerned. I'm never going to that Sheets.
I would say from the experience of me going to Sheets that most of the time I either get my order wrong or everyone there is fighting, like about a bare knuckle brawl in the Sheets.
One of the times we ordered like a huge thing for dinner. We were like out at this exact Sheets that she works at as well. Half of our food was missing from the bag.
The one time this random truck driver that was in a lifted truck, those ugly things,
Yeah.
and basically he took my food and then he drove off with it. My order was more expensive than his. Cheapskate.
Free food is free food.
Get out. I asked what my stepdad likes least about his job or career, and he said that he works with the dangerous chemicals, which I can confirm he has come home with chemical burns on his hands because all they give him are hospital nurse gloves to work with chemicals like acid and such.
Oh boy, that's not.
That's what I call a lawsuit. But anyways,
Yes, the magical thing that can get you money if it goes your way. Now, what is the salary range for someone working in her field, aka my mother's field, job field? You get it.
we get it.
Is $24,000. She never specified if it was a monthly, yearly, or not.
I think it would be.
24,000.
I think it's 24,000 a year because Sheets does not pay much.
Yeah, they don't have that kind of money. Not yet, anyways.
I mean, they do. They do, but they're just too cheap. But we know that.
Yeah. We live in PA for a reason.
So is Wawa, but Wawa's profitable.
Fair point. Let's continue.
I asked my stepdad what the average salary range of someone working in this field was, and he said 50,000 plus because right now he was making 50,000, but now he's making 60,000, and that is great because I am a foodie and I love food, and if without him there would be no food.
Very valid.
Yes.
So, what type of education do you need to be a salesperson at Sheets? Well, it's very simple, you see. Anyone that's watching this, our one singular viewer, it is a high school diploma. This is sad.
He's not being real whenever he says this. He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, don't worry. This is sarcasm. I'm not very great at it. Please
You don't gotta be smart. Who said that? If you know how to turn on a microwave, you know how to work.
That's a fair point.
What type of education or training is needed for my stepdad's job? He just needed on-the-job training, which just means like the boss or like the training coordinator went around and taught him how to do everything. And he's not good at remembering things, but somehow he remembers to do his job.
Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Read it.
No. Okay.
Do it.
So, my mother has law, like every other parent should. She had a job before a Sheets salesperson, and that was an Avon lady. So basically, a door-to-door saleswoman selling makeup,
Lipsticks, hair, body mist.
yeah, stuff like that. That's an Avon worker. It's basically just a saleswoman, door-to-door saleswoman, like a salesman.
Sometimes they don't even ask; they just come into your house.
That's a fair
Hopefully,
point.
she asked.
Knowing my mother, probably not.
This is the student reflection part of it. Are you surprised? What surprised you most about this job or career? And I just said the salary because he should not be making that much for what he does.
Well, here's the thing. You forgot to answer one important thing. Is there any backstory to your dad? Did he have anything before the current job?
He said that he didn't, but I know that that's not true. He worked at Foodland. He also was in the military, where he never got deployed, but he was like there, and he'd work on like the trucks and stuff and make sure that they were working. And he also went to other countries, which gave him a really good experience to travel. But he never, basically, it was like a vacation because all he did was go to different countries, with like the Philippines, which if you've ever had Filipino food, that is great.
Should try Italy food. That's also pretty good. So, the student reflection for me is what surprised you most about this job or career? And I said the people involved in it, because now Sheets people scare me.
Yeah, most of them have pretty questionable backstories that I don't want to go in on. And also, I will say this, most of them are either like 16-year-olds that just got a job or like they're 50 and are just making it through. No offense, we love hardworking people.
Yes, but sadly there is no in between. Sheets, you may want to change that just in case. We don't need to see the Facebook memes or the Twitter memes.
The Twitter memes. And as another part of the student reflection, I asked my stepdad, what do you think is the most important thing that you learned about this career? And from what I've read, I said the dangerous chemicals, because what do you mean your hands are getting burnt off?
So, what do you think was the most important thing that you learned about this job or career? Well, folks, I learned something very, very lovely that day at 4 in the morning when I had to ask my mother these questions.
4 a.m.
Unless you want to deal with really horrid people at Sheets, don't work at Sheets. Well, unless you need a job, then you know what? Yeah, do it. I understand. Don't worry.
Else you're gonna be hearing, "Where's the boil?"
Oh yeah, we finally got it in. We got it in there somewhere.
Yes. And under the other comments or observations about this job or career and an interview in general, I just said what it entails, because I can never treat water, because if you treat it wrong, then you're poisoning people, and then you know what that is? A lawsuit.
Oh yes, the magical thing called a lawsuit. The other comments, observations I had about this job or career is nothing, because as I said, this was like 4 or 5 in the morning. My brain was not functioning.
Well, neither of our brains are functioning until like noon.
That's a very good point.
As you can tell, our parents have extremely opposite jobs.
Yes, one works at Sheets as a salesperson, but it seems like they do anything else but marketing.
In what is he? My stepdad works in water treatment, where he does anything but water treatment.
Oh my, this is a very concerning podcast.
Imagine if our parents had to switch jobs for a day.
That wouldn't go well.
My stepdad couldn't work in the fast food industry, and your mom could never work in the water treatment industry.
No.
What have we learned from this podcast?
Concerning things.
Very. And this is going to be the one and only episode of this podcast, so...
That's a lie.
I'm coming to your house at night.
Hey, wait, we... Say it, dude, King Julian.
King Julian! This is the end of our podcast!
Yeah.